Hello and welcome to the Saturday edition of The Box Seat. I'm Mark Warwood. 9 races at Ascot on Saturday, 3 at listed level. We're expecting a possible shower, 31 degrees Celsius here in Perth. A good 4 and the track will be at the true position. Race number 1 at Ascot on Saturday will jump at 12.50. It's Harmony Week handicap over the 1800 metres and in replay. Let's have a look at the informed galloper, Media Baron.
By 3 on Belle's Idol. Scoreline is battling. Media Baron is starting to run on strongly down the middle of the track, but he's got a handy break on Laurentinio. Laurentinio with about 150 to go, but look at Media Baron. Media Baron flying home on the outside. Laurentinio stopping. Media Baron draws level, grabs the leader. Mighty victory. Media Baron got home to beat.
He's all shown a fair bit of ability, has Media Baron, but he's gone to a whole new level this preparation. He's in career best form. He's coming off what was a very high rating win last time out when beating Laurentinio by 3/4 of a length. And I think there probably will be enough tempo in this race for him to prosper. He's often seen to his best effect when it is a fast run race. Goes on top from number 2, The Big Show. Now he's had a month off since his last run. He was second in the Detonator Stakes. That was over course and distance, so that's a bit of a tick. I don't think it was the greatest renewal of that. Strictly speaking, he's down in class, but he has to give weight to Media Baron. Number 1 is Touch of Silver, who has won half of his 6 races over the 1800 metre trip at Ascot. He does get back in his races, but he did finish off quite well last start. Peter Hall takes over from Chris Graham. He rode the horse first up. And then number 6, Push to Pass. Now, Push to Pass beat Media Baron on his last appearance. That was in the Esperance Cup. It was a bit of a shock. He paid 30 to 1. Chris Graham can claim, but only down to 52.5. So only that 1.5 kilo claim. And it has to be said, Media Baron was a bit unlucky in that race. Top selection in race number 1 is number 3, Media Baron, to beat 2, The Big Show, 1, Touch of Silver, and 6, Push to Pass. Race number 2 at Ascot on Saturday will jump at 1:34. It's the Tap Touch West Speed Platinum Handicap over 1200 metres and in replay. Let's have a look at the preparatory trial of Gates of Babylon.
Bunch 2, Trilly Philly. Back on the inside is Racy Over. Diacalda comes to the outside of Taxi. And to the very outside, starting to make some strong progress, is Storm Trade. Anyone's race here below the 2. On the outside, A Millionite has come to pick it up. Battling away, Gates of Babylon. The Last Breeze on the outside. The Last Breeze coming at A Millionite. Gates of Babylon, 3-way go. And it's a photo finish.
Easterly winds are forecast for Saturday afternoon, and easterlies at Ascot do generally favour the leaders. That's why I ended up with number 2 here, Gates of Babylon. Can race on speed. Last time we saw this horse was back on the 8th of February in this grade of race. It was over the 1400 metres, finished 4th, beaten a length and a half. Chris Graham was aboard that day. He keeps the ride on Saturday. I do think that Gates of Babylon can probably find the front here, and his best performances have been over the 1200 metres. Goes on top from number 5, Be Quick, who drops in grade after not getting a fair shot at Sherpa last time out. Was beaten a length and 3/4, but should have got a fair bit closer than that. Gate number 1 will get a little bit back, but I think he's the main danger. A horse that's really interesting is number 4, BARTRADER. Made a really favourable impression behind Warfish on its first ever start in town. That was on the 11th of March, so on the relatively quick backup here, 10 days. Was only beaten a 1/4 of a length by the 3-year-old from the Casey Yard. And then number 3, Luke's Choice, did win over 1200 metres last time out. If you go through his form, he's had a couple of trainers. I think Lou Luciani might well have worked him out. He might well be a sprinter, even though he has won over 1500 metres. Top selection in race number 2 is number 2, Gates of Babylon, to beat 5, Be Quick, 4, BARTRADER, and 3, Luke's Choice. Race number 3 at Ascot on Saturday will jump at 2:13. It is the Varley George Daly Handicap over 1200 metres. From everyone at Perth Racing, our sincerest condolences to George Daly's family and his friends, of which there were many. In replay, let's have a look at a horse carrying his colours. That's Laver Rod.
By 3/4, Pure Dynamite. On the outside, Riverbow. Laver Rod is about to burst his way into the clear now. He's travelling smoothly. Laver Rod exploded to the front and it's all over. Laver Rod sprinted away from them. Snipperama's down the outside. Pure Dynamite comes a time late on the scene, but Laver Rod has bolted in. Laver Rod won.
It's written in the stars that Laver Rod will win the race named after George Daly, and he's very, very hard to oppose. He carried a big weight, 60 kilos, to that impressive first up win we've just seen in replay. It was was over 1,000 metres. I think the world and his wife thinks he'll be better over the 1,200 metres. He goes up to 61 kilos, but I don't think this race is too deep outside of the top two runners. I think Laverod will be winning again for Casey, Carberry and the Daly family. Goes on top. The only logical danger for mine is number 2, Beethoven. It was a pretty good run, I thought, behind Shinju. 2 1/4 lengths beaten by that horse. I know it was only 66 plus, but it was against the older horses, and Shinju is probably a listed graded galloper according to his connections. Then we've got a big gap to number 3, Special Choice, who drops to 1,200 metres after failing against her elders over further this campaign. Did finish 4th in the Champion Fillies and also in the Guineas as well. Not sure about the form, particularly out of the Guineas, but yeah, beaten behind Sophie Song and King Blitz last start a long way. And then number 6, we talked about the Eastleys at Ascot, and I think the Eastleigh will be in play here. So number 6, Cliffs of Comfort, looks like the likely leader. Only comes out of a Bunbury maiden, but likely to race on the speed, even though it's drawn gate number 7. Top selection in race number 3 is number 1, Laverod, to beat 2, Beethoven, 3, Special Choice and 6, Cliffs of Comfort. Race number 4 at Ascot on Saturday will jump at 2:50. It's the DeSonia handicap over 1,100 metres and in replay. Let's have a look at the luckless last start of Celebrity Queen.
Celebrity Queen's going to need a ton of luck from back there. They've kicked off the corner. They're sprinting Tommy Blue. Over on the outside comes a time together. It's Tommy Blue responding. Holding comes a time for the moment. Forest War starting to get out, running on Miss Conteki Eurasia, but Tommy Blue's got them done and done to a dinner. Tommy Blue coming away. It was a calculated ride by Smoke and Joe.
Celebrity Queen flew home to win first up to beat Morgs Freeman by just under a length on the 8th of February at the standalone meeting at Pinjarra. And then last start, as you've just seen in replay, ran into a brick wall in the straight under Peter Hall. William Pike takes over again here. She was a beaten favourite last start, but forgive that run. I think if she gets the right run in transit here from gate number 8 and gets into the right line, she's going to be mighty hard to hold out. Goes on top from number 4, D. Andes. Now, he's a very unfashionable galloper, this guy, but he has run back-to-back good races. He won 2 starts ago in midweek grade, and then he backed it up last start by finishing second behind Luke Scull. The faster they go, the better D. Andes goes, and there's plenty of speed in this race for Mark Wright and Craig Staples. Number 7 is BEDOUIN, Belle, who's put in 3 excellent efforts since returning from her break. She finally broke through for a latest win last time out. That was a couple of weeks ago in beating Rapisada. It was $2.30 that day. Got the rails run. Was plenty short enough, but was a convincing winner nonetheless. And then number 10, Cosmic Eyes, had a month off since smashing the clock in beating what was an unlucky BEDOUIN, Belle. Gate number 1 should get a lovely run on the rail, one would think. And if it hasn't taken too much out of Cosmic Eyes, she could certainly, if she reproduces that, she's going to be writing this up to her neck. Top selection in race number 4 is number 8, Celebrity Queen, to beat 4 D. Andes, 7 BEDOUIN, Belle and 10 Cosmic Eyes.